Though, you know, Abaddon is right next to him with a 37% win rate, and Abaddon did just win that previous game, so... Stock in the stats, but I have just seen...
Radiant's
Courier down at bottom. SCC's pretty fast. Wizard trying to escape does get out of the blood right, but Baboka's still going to chase him down. This is some pretty decent damage that he's throwing at, and Baboka does also have a salve. Puck needing to get some health back, otherwise SCCC is just going to be going super speed. They're trying to chase down Baboka, but now he's salving, and SCCC's found his target. Not the best jump from the puck. It looks like this is going to be our first blood as Baboka snags it. Still chasing down, going to have another impetus shot soon, and gets a ton of range from the timber chain. Oh no, Wizard. Oh boy. Oh, Newbee, are they just that rattled from the previous game? AQ now going to take a ton of damage at mid. Is he dead? He's dead. Solo killed by the Storm Spirit. What's happening over here? They want this bounty. 3-man attack. Success and a bit of danger. Missile coming through. He does have the Purification if he can get it off. Stick charges as well, plus the Purification surviving. Fade coming around. Gonna look for the turnaround here as now they've got the Storm Spirit with his haste TPing top. Looks towards the first kill. That's gonna be Faith. Leaves it for his team perhaps? No. Just gonna take the kill. Whoop. Haste.
Over here.
Say goodbye again, Mr. Ember Spirit. Did get the Flame Guard up, but I don't see how he plays his way out of this one, and that is going to be a killing spree already for the Storm Spirit. What's happening? They're going an XXS again top. Alright, if they could get this, that would be good. Alright, that's okay. That's nice for Moogie for sure. Going on XXS, but this puck is taking a ton of damage. Omni Knight's got a 10 stick. I think he's going to survive here. And now Storm Spirit looking for the turnaround. Moogie is the target. Would hurt so much to lose the gyrocopter like this. And that is already a dominating streak for the Storm. Nothing that Ember could do to stop that. There is a rupture up again for SWC. Aggressive Timber Chain forward. Wizard trying to bait a little bit for this, but is it actually going to end up being a bait? Fades down here. Jumper to the back lines. AQ looking for the kill on the Shadow Shaman, but they've almost got the Timber Saw already. Is it going to be enough damage? Wizard might be too tanky. And they drag the Shadow Shaman back in. SCCC is still quite fast. They don't really have lockdown for him, so looks like he might just be able to walk this one off. It's only the Shadow Shaman who dies for a 4-man rotation to bottom. Though they do respond with a TP on XXS, so I suppose it's 4v4. Moogie gonna go and hold on to the mid-tier 1 tower in the meantime. A little hot dodge. Yeah, nice. Trying to get some use out of these ultimates. They've got a Dream Coil and a Chain Frost that they really want to use. They spot these two supports mid. They're going to drop the Chain Frost down, and that should be the end of Fade and Baboka. But Tron's jumping in. They're going to find Faith first, looking for a little bit more. Can they get AQ? He's being ruptured up, needs to jump away. There's the Remnant, but Wizard left down in the river. Can't escape from the wrath of this Storm Spirit. And it looks like Storm still wants a little bit more. Moogie hanging on to that call down, waiting for the right time to maybe turn this fight. But for now, they're just going to have to settle for a little bit of harassment, and it will just end up being that 2-for-2 trade. Fade did buy back in the midst of all of that, but Aster just charging straight at him. He's looking very dead. Pull back. XXS happy to just snipe that kill. Shadow Shaman, Aster sizing up this fight. What kind of jump can they get? They didn't get the immediate Orca, but now they find it on the puck, dragging them both back into the silence. Wizard's being ruptured, can't really escape that far. There is an immediate buyback. They want to take this. Can they focus on the Bloodseeker? They're dragging him into the call down. He's got a big stick, but is that going to be enough? Dream Coil now popped onto him. Wizard getting locked down, but the immediate silence onto Storm Spirit, along with the Dream Coil, the turnaround from Newbee, as now they're going to find a 4th double kill for AQ. Fighting with their backs up against the outpost. Storm not finding the jump that he really needed, and Newbee proving to be just a little bit too tanky. So much damage being done by the Ember in that fight. Gyrocopter and Lich carrying their weight as well, and Fade gets the lockdown. Jump in here. Can they get the Gyrocopter? Faith not even dead yet. A lot of trepidation on the part of this Storm Spirit. Did not want to commit hard for the kill. Meanwhile, Puck continuing to just do Puck things, shoving out this bottom lane. Something we're looking for fast fingers from Fade. Smoke breaks. Are they going to jump up the hill, give the vision? Yes, they are. There's the Hex. Timbersaw thought he was going to be safe. Chain Frost now coming out. Bloodseeker hasn't got the BKB off yet, and instead it's just going to be a BKB TP from SCCC, as they've also got XXS caught out a little bit further back. Clumsy net coming through, and that'll be the end of him. Newbee is to tank that game. I thought they were going to get it, but it turns out he's just a bit too tanky. And Faith also in a good spot to quickly throw out the Frost Shield, throw out the ulti. Now Newbee starting to siege onto the tier 2. Aster can't fight without this Bloodseeker BKB, so still at least 30 seconds before they can make any kind of a play. Dreamfell comes out. They're looking for the Bloodseeker. They know that he doesn't have the BKB. They're just going to try and focus him on the high ground. Mispositioning from SCCC as Newbee punished quickly. They've got another creep wave coming in. Bloodseeker dead for 40 seconds, and they've got the Timbersaw. He can tank everything. They need the Storm Spirit back here, but Chuan didn't even think that he was going to be needed. His TP is on cooldown for a minute. He's having to walk all the way, and with that, Newbee are just going to take this lane of racks. Fade is the next target. Can they keep him alive? He's slowed down so much by the Chakram, but will be able to walk it off. Timbersaw getting shackled, but what does it really matter? Storm Spirit finally arriving, but even if he locks down the Puck or the Lich, the other one's just going to disable him. Lich, Sinister is coming off cooldown now. There's the Fear Storm Spirit. Over aggressive, they lose the racks. Now Storm dead for 50. Tried to make a play, and the Newbee swinging this game back just non-stop. Okay, well, Aster, they made a bit of a comeback in the previous game, and they may have to do just that again here. Fade getting picked off, XXS trying to save him, but now he's just put himself in harm's way. That homing missile's getting redirected onto him, and AQ's going to keep on chasing with this Arcane Root. Done coming through, SCCC throws out the Rupture, but it's not really going to matter. AQ's just going to stand his ground and fight. They will end up losing the Lich, but AQ just jumping backwards. SCCC with the BKB, trying to see if he can finish this kill. AQ not dead yet. Getting a little bit of healing off the bottle. He's also got the stick charge. SCCC's fast buyback, I believe, from XXS. And this is the last little bit of mana that the Storm Spirit has in the tank, but they will get the Gyrocopter. The two big cores dead, and both of them going into the hands of SCCC. They could potentially go for some buybacks, but it looks like Newbee just gonna maybe try and snipe it here, but Timbersaw goes straight in. Double buyback coming through. Newbee gonna look to fight this. It's a 4-man Dream Coil, but they've already lost the Timber. Now Puck just barely managing to jaunt away. Will survive. Storm needing to be careful. Has to come back and pick this up. There's the Aegis. Does not have a whole lot of mana. Newbee thinking about fighting. Will they? Won't they? Rupture on Mugi. He's trapped. And Aster not willing to throw away this Aegis advantage for this fight. Just going to back themselves up. The Aghanim Scepter for the Puck now. Alright, they back all the way up to their high ground and now go for the smoke. What can they find? Storm Spirit would be a very juicy target. Do they see him? They do not. But they see a Remnant now. I gotta know that something's going on. And bottom and mid are both pressured all the way in, so they have to know that Aster have to go back and defend that. Just charging straight towards them. They put the ward up on the high ground. Wizard's the one carrying those. XXS is gonna be the target. Get the fear back on the Bloodseeker. Can he get the BKB off? He does, but he's being Dream Troll. Just has to turn and try and fight this one out, but Mugi's a little bit too tanky. He's just gonna stand his ground. Storm Spirit's not here. He has to TP in a little bit late. Buyback now coming through from XXS. John trying to find his target. He pops the BKB. It is just the Lich, but Faith isn't dying. He's splitting his damage among multiple heroes. In the backlines, we do have AQ in a bit too deep and getting hexed by Fade. Ember Spirit completely just leaving his team to dive underneath that tower. And it does get brought down. Dead for 100 seconds. And this is right as Roshan respawns. Well, with that, Aegis and cheese for Aster. Another Aegis on the Storm Spirit. Bloodseeker gonna get harder to kill, tanking up even more. Gonna have his Abyssal Blade before too long. Bottom lane, Lich getting caught out. Put another one in the Bloodstone. Chuan. And they're getting really close. Okay, Moogie's been ruptured. Can they keep him alive? The pull grabs the Storm Spirit back, but these Force Staffs aren't really helping out the Gyrocopter. He's going to stand his ground with the BKB and try and fight. They've got the Mass Circle Wards up here. Ember Spirit trying to go into the back lines and lock down Fade. His BKB's only got another second or so, so he has to jump all the way back into the base. Fade's found him again. That's going to set up the Storm Spirit to jump in. Can they get this turnaround? Storm looks like he might lose his life. XXS doing his best. Not going to happen. Wizard is just getting chunked by Baboka, and SCC full HP just hitting onto the tier 3 tower. Storm Spirit's back. They will not quite be able to get this, but still, I guess a very successful hold for Newbee. They pop the Aegis, they don't lose anybody. Have to consider that a win, though we're just seeing how much trouble the Ember is having in these fights. He knows that he has to kill Shadow Shaman in the duration of his BKB or he's done, and he just can't do it. The Omni Knight is too useful to keep Fade alive. Even once you get into the backlines, you just have to contend with the Omni Knight. Really the problem that they're running into here. And now the Abyssal Blade is up. That's going to make life so hard for Ember. I think SCC can just hunt him here. Like, don't even bother with the Gyrocopter. Just kill the Ember first. They've got to board up in this high ground. Dream Coil comes in. Can they kill the Shadow Shaman this time around? They get him. There is a buyback available. Jump in straight on top of the puck. Jian hasn't quite decided on his target just yet. SCC man fighting against Moogie. They've got the Bashes. He's got the Abyssal Blade. He hasn't used it. He doesn't have the mana for it. Baboka losing life in the back line. But SCC still just fighting to the bitter end. He's still got this cheese. They can't do anything about the Bloodseeker. It's way too much damage. Gyrocopter's dead. Meanwhile, Baboka finally starts to get the opportunity to lay in with the auto attacks. SCC does have this Abyssal Blade, hiding them out a little bit. Now he gets feared. Jumps in on top of the Lich. Storm Spirit also jumping in. Maybe a bit too far. AQ wants him, is going to bring him down with that BKB. Another buyback, this time from the Storm Spirit. As Ember with the long jump all the way back into the base. Fade has found himself a target. It is going to be Wizard. Baboka's there with the Rainbow Spears. Has to bring him down as well. What are they going to go for? Do they just take multiple lanes, or do they just go end? Okay, they take the tier 3, and then they're like, wait, just go end. And with that, Aster have done it! Again, it looks not so great for a little while. They started off strong, then some stuff happened with the disconnect, who knows. They lost some heroes, all of a sudden Newbee took the first lane of Rax, and